lot of the women that I work with come to me with avoidable issues like painful sex, issues with their back, and incontinence, and some guys even have erectile dysfunction because what we're doing is over-gripping the core, and this is meaning that the whole system in this area of our body is out of whack. Help support your core using your breath. Hello Alba amigos, it's me Celeste, yoga teacher, physio, and also neuroscience student, and in today's video, we are going to be looking at how the core works alongside your diaphragm. And we're also going to be looking at different ways that we can support the two working together so that your breathing is actually the reason you've got stability in your core. I know that the current message of core engagement in the world of fitness is go hard or go home. But actually there's this huge body of evidence out there that's growing that's proving that actually a stiff strategy around the core is reducing the level of stability available in your body. You see, the core isn't just your corset muscle known as the transverse abdominis. It's actually a collection of 4 different muscles. Yes, TVA is in there, but so is the pelvic floor, muscles along your back known as multifidus, and the diaphragm. And actually, it's the diaphragm that's in charge. In fact, research is saying that the diaphragm is the most important part of the core complex, and that it's best to get all of your other core muscles to work off the back of the diaphragm's movement, and that's of course influenced by your breathing. And the other great news is that when the diaphragm is moving freely with the breath, this improves stability significantly. And it's actually kind of sad because a lot of the women that I work with come to me with avoidable issues like painful sex, issues with their back, and incontinence. And some guys even have erectile dysfunction because what we're doing is over-gripping the core, and this is meaning that the whole system in this area of our body is out of whack. So how can we sort this out? Well, the first tip is obviously easier said than done, and that is learn how to relax your core and trust that your core will activate the right amount. It's the same as when you're drinking a glass of water. You don't have to think about your bicep when bringing the cup to your mouth. The contraction that's happening at your bicep with the cup of water is going to be very different than the contraction when you're lifting a big heavy dumbbell in the gym. But in both of those examples, you don't need to think about the muscle for the muscle to work. Now with your core, if you're going to be lifting a sofa, that is going to be a bigger contraction than if you're lifting a pencil off the ground. But in both instances, your core will contract reflexively the right amount. The second tip is to really allow your body to move with the breath. So if you inhale, letting your whole body get bigger, and when you exhale, letting the whole body contract. Now, at first, a useful tip is to actually put your hands on your body and actually feel that movement whilst you're breathing. But eventually, that is a starting point and not the finish line. We can let go of our hands, and we can even take these breathing strategies into movement. Remember that any kind of core work is really just a starting point. We want to make sure that eventually we're progressing our system so that it works on its own. Get that diaphragm coordinated with your core and let it happen automatically when you're just flowing on the mat, having a run, or in the gym. Now be patient. It can take some time initially to get used to this. Especially, it does take time to get used to trusting your body, that you don't have to be fearful and grip everything to help you get through your exercise. If you're enjoying learning more about this topic, I've actually got a 10-page document of references. Click in the description box below and you'll be able to get sent those straight to your inbox. I look forward to hearing all of your comments down below. Thank you so much for learning alongside us. We can't wait to see you on the next video.